How's it going, guys? I'm Gleb Lapham, and I think it's time for another little adventure. So earlier today, my dad and I, we decided to pack up our bags, hop in the car, and take a trip south to one of the most beautiful places in Utah. And throughout this video, I wanted to offer you a small glimpse of what this place has to offer. So I would like to welcome you all to Zion National Park. Zion National Park is one of the most popular national parks in all of Utah and the United States, really. And there's a good reason for that popularity. This park is filled with so much beauty. You're pretty much stuck in an entire canyon surrounded by these beautiful red walls. And there are a whole lot of activities that you can indulge in here. The biggest one being hiking. This park is filled with hiking trails, from easy hikes that just take maybe an hour or two or even less, to multi-day hikes, especially up in the upper part of the canyon, hiking in the backcountry and camping out. In addition to that, you have activities like canyoneering, mountain biking, horse riding, and just, you know, taking a nice scenic drive. This place has something for everybody, really. And you can see why that would probably attract a lot of people into the park. So my dad and I, we got to Springdale a little bit later in the day, and Springdale is just the town right outside the park where all the hotels and the shops and pretty much all the touristy places are. And you know, instead of just waiting around till tomorrow, we decided to go ahead and buy our park pass just outside the gate, so that way we can get in quick tomorrow morning and also, you know, explore the park a little bit before the sun sets tonight. So because it's a little bit later in the day, we decided to go do a quick little trail called the Lower Emerald Falls, which, you know, it's just a quick little in and out, but it leads to some beautiful waterfalls and to some beautiful wet rock, and it's just incredible. Okay, so right now we're walking on a trail that's called the Lower Emerald Pools, and you can see them just right there behind me. And this trail is a great example of just some of the beauty of this national park. There's this pretty much wall that just runs along the trail both ways. So that's where we just came from. And from the top of the wall, you just see these beautiful waterfalls just dropping and creating the pool down below. And this park has so many places like this. They're just equally as beautiful and as unique. But this place is just something so calming about it. You just hear the water falling from the top of this red rock here, and you just get this really calm feeling throughout this little trail. And it's super easy to do. You just get off at the Zion Lodge, and then, you know, just follow the signs to the Lower Emerald Falls, and eventually it connects with the bus stop that's called the Grotto, and there you can hop back on another shuttle bus and take it back to either the visitor center or continue going up towards the Narrows. Okay, so we made it up to the middle reflecting pools. It's just another maybe like 0.3 miles up from the lower ones. From the middle reflecting pool, you got this beautiful view of this canyon wall right here. And there's a little pond right behind me. And there's a lot of little frogs just sitting in there. And you can hear them squeaking and vibrating the water. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see. And they're really loud for how tiny they are. So if you can see that little trail right there, the little steps, that leads to the upper reflecting pool, which is a pretty steep-ish hike, and it's pretty sandy, so you're gonna make sure you're wearing the proper shoes, the proper gear, and are a little bit more prepared. Okay, so I'm coming back down, and my dad went a little bit ahead of me, and I have no idea where he went. This trail kind of splits up and goes that way, and that's where I just came from. So let's see if I can find him. I think I found my dad. Walking along down there. What's really nice is that this park offers a free shuttle service that pretty much runs the entire length, all the way from the visitor center up to the Narrows hike at the end of the park. So right now, my dad and I, we got back from our short little trek up to the Emerald Pools, and we're going back to the start of the park, to the visitor center, and back into town so we can grab some food and get ready for the day tomorrow.
Okay, once again, we'll be shutting the doors. Be time here in this very special national park.
Good morning, guys. So we woke up, got some food, headed back into the park, and I'm super excited for today because I'm going to knock off one of my bucket list hikes off of my bucket list. And that hike is Angel's Landing. It's kind of a steepish hike with very big drop-offs on both sides, but it's supposed to offer some really beautiful views of the entire park. So I'm gonna be hiking up there just to see what it's all about, and I'm super excited to finally be able to do this hike. While I'm doing that, my dad's gonna figure out something else to do because he does not want to go up that high. So he'll find his own path and stick around and wait for me while I go up there. That is where I'm gonna be heading. It's the top of Angel's Landing right there. Okay, so the trail up to Angel's Landing starts at shuttle stop number 6, just in case you're wondering. And at the beginning of the trail, it's fairly easy. It's pretty much just a straight, semi-paved trail that goes along the river, and there's not much to it. But then you get to the first hard part, and that is the switchbacks that take you up this canyon wall. It can get pretty strenuous, but you do get some beautiful views of the canyon. However, once you get to the top of those switchbacks, you get treated to this beautiful little like forest canyon. And it looks like a completely different environment. It doesn't even look like a desert anymore, minus the red rock. But so far, this is a pretty awesome hike. Okay, so after the forest area, there's another switchback that's even steeper and a lot shorter, but equally strenuous. If you look right there behind me, you might be able to see people going all the way up this ridge, and that is where I'm going. So this is probably like the final stretch, and it's just this super narrow ridge. I'm excited to get to the top. It should be fun. But even if you don't want to hike along the super narrow path next to the edge, you can come up to this spot right here because you still get a beautiful view of the canyon further down. So if you're not a fan of big heights, then this might be a good place to stop and turn around. But if you are, or you don't care, go right ahead. I'm excited to see the view. Alright, so after what felt like the longest hike ever, I made it to the top of Angel's Landing. The edge is just a little bit further. There's a ton of people there, so I kind of walked away a little bit. That was probably one of the hardest hikes I've ever done. Definitely one of the most strenuous ones, especially the switchbacks and the last portion of the hike where you're just walking along a chain with just drop-offs on either side. This hike is totally worth it. Once you get to the top, there's some amazing views pretty much all around you. You can see in every single direction throughout the park. You can see the entrance over there to the south, and you can see the Narrows just to the north, and it's beautiful. There's also a lot of little critters running around, like squirrels and some chipmunks who keep trying to get into people's bags. So once I got up here, I took a little break and just shot some more B-roll, and now I think it's a good time to make my way back down very carefully and very slowly. And then once I'm down, I'm gonna go grab some food. Alright guys, so I carefully made it down the mountain, met back up with my dad, and then we went and grabbed some food. And now I think it's time to just kind of chill at the hotel, maybe grab some ice cream in town a little later. Man, that Angel's Landing hike is truly unique. I mean, just the scale of the hike it's incredible. Walking up along that ridge on that, just hanging on to that little chain, it's to me it wasn't really nerve-wracking. I'm not too scared of heights, but it was a challenge. So yeah, I highly recommend that hike, especially if you want to see like some of the best views of Zion National Park. My only regret is that I didn't go a little bit later in the day so I can catch the sunset from the top of Angel's Landing. But, you know, that just gives me another excuse to go back, which I probably will. But right now, it's time for a little break. So I'll see you in the morning. What's up guys, good morning. Whenever I go visit a place, one of my goals is to always try to capture a sunrise and a sunset shot. I kind of missed out on the sunset shot yesterday because I was just so tired after doing Angel's Landing. But I did drive out to the park just now in the morning to capture a sunrise shot. And you can see behind me the lights kind of just starting to peek over in that peak there, and those distant mountains over there. So looks for like a pretty nice place. I saw a lot of people here last night taking pictures of the sunset because it's supposed to light up those same mountains really nice. But since I missed out on that, figured I'd try this spot during sunrise, and I am not disappointed. This spot is beautiful. Just in case you're wondering where it is, it's just a short drive into the park. You just park at this parking area right there, right behind me, and then walk out onto the bridge. So do watch out for traffic, but it is a pedestrian bridge as well, so you are allowed to be on it. And it offers a really nice view of the distant mountains and some of the peaks of the canyon, and also a beautiful river. All right, after this, I'm gonna go grab some coffee and meet up with my dad back in town. What's up guys? So went back into town, found my dad, got some coffee and got some breakfast. Now we're back in the park, just checking it out some more and doing some easy, simple trails before we head back home. So right now we are at the Riverwalk, which is at the very top of the park, the last shuttle stop that you can get off at. And this is the trail that leads to probably one of the coolest hikes here. It's called the Narrows, and throughout the Narrows you're pretty much wading through water the entire time in between the canyon walls, and it is an amazing hike, but it's definitely one that you want to wait to do either in warmer weather, or make sure you're wearing some very warm or very water resistant shoes and pants and all that stuff. We're not going to do the Narrows today because we don't have enough time and it's cold, but we're going to get to the start of it and then turn back. Also check out beautiful scenery here at the Riverwalk. sidewalk is a super easy little trail. It's paved almost the entire way. There are spots where you can ever veer off the trail a little bit and walk right along the bank of the river. So, you know, there's some nice spots there where you can get some nice shots of the rapids or just enjoy the scenery altogether. Plus, just hearing the water and being near it, just feels nice. Air is really fresh. It's not hot yet, it's in the morning, so you know, pick your path. But that's a really nice and easy hike to do if you're just looking for something easy. Alright guys, so we are back at the shuttle stop. We just got done walking the river walk. So it's about 1 o'clock here right now. So we're gonna start heading back towards our car. It's about a 40-minute ride on the shuttle to get back to the park entrance. We're gonna go back to the car and we're gonna start making our way back home. It's about a 5-hour drive from here back to Salt Lake, so we kind of want to get a head start on that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I am so happy that we decided to come out here and spend just a little day over in one of my favorite places in Utah. This Zion National Park is just beautiful, and there's so much to do, there's so much to see, and there's all sorts of activities for, you know, people of all levels, basically, for kids, for older people, for young people. There are a lot of adventures to do here and lots of places to see. So I highly encourage anyone who's interested to come visit this beautiful and unique place. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, helps out a ton. Don't forget to subscribe and, you know, leave some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know where your next adventure is going to be. Thank you so much once again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.